Hello, everybody. Guess what? I have been challenged with the 10 Crafty Questions Challenge. And so this will be a lot of fun. Um, I want to try to answer them quick and easy as I can. The very first question is, what is your name? My name is Carrie Chambliss. My real name is Caroline. My grandmother chose that name for me because she wanted me to be a Southern belle. I grew up in the South, and you can probably tell that by my accent. But my daddy started calling me Carrie when I was very, very young, and it just stuck. My maiden name is Craft, C-R-A-F-T. We'll talk more about that in a minute. How did I come up with my YouTube name? Well, my YouTube name is just my name. I just really did not. I guess I could have come up with something a little bit crafty, a little bit play on words, but by the time I really wanted to do that, already had some followers and I just didn't want to change it. So anywho, number 3, what is your favorite craft? Oh my goodness. I am a passionate crafter. I love paper crafts. I love sewing, any kind of fabric crafts. I love to make jewelry. I love to paint. I love to crochet. I like to knit with those giant needles. I just recently learned tatting, needle tatting, and that's a lot of fun too. So I have a lot of favorites. It's hard to say, but my most favorite is, I'm going to have to say, paper crafting. When I started in the junk journal world, well, I started making greeting cards, and that led me to pocket letters, and that led me to junk journals, and I got so stuck in junk journals. I love it, guys. There's just so many fun things to do. I wanted to show you too. When I do my journals, I like lots and lots of embellishments and lots of pretty things, but I love to make fancy covers. I love to make all kinds of pockets and tuck spots and just coffee dyed papers and lots of dangles on the edge. It's just so much fun. So I get to use a little bit of fabric crafting. I get to use some of my beading, my jewelry making, and my paper crafting. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. Number 4, what is your favorite place to shop for craft supplies? Well, I love thrift shopping. I love to go junking. I've got my husband into the junking mood with me, and we go and buy things at thrift shops. And of course, I love Hobby Lobby. Use the coupon Tuesday morning. Number 5, what are your top 5 favorite crafty YouTubers? That's hard to say because there are so many wonderful, talented, crafty YouTubers out there. But I wrote down a few. One that's kind of new to me is Kay Comer. She does Junk Journals with Love, I believe is her YouTube name, and I just love her style. I love anything very, very vintage. Anellis, I guess is how you say it, journaling, has some wonderful techniques and good ideas and all. Wendy's Journal Adventures, just full of inspiration and creative ideas. Mrs. Cog, who doesn't love Mrs. Cog? We all do. Nick the Booksmith, we all love her. A friend of mine has Larkin Lane Studios, and she'll think of things that you would not normally think of to use to make a journal out of. And she's very creative. And also Rankin Studios. She just recently did a video on coffee dyeing and tea dye and paper, and had some great ideas. Number 6, what is your favorite color? I love turquoise, guys. I love to make jewelry, and I like to make paper bead jewelry, and turquoise is one of my favorite colors. I also love lime green, which I'm kind of wearing today, some lime green, and there's some of my paper beads in lime green. So I love it. I love those two colors, especially even together. The next question, number 7, what are your favorite craft tools? Well, number 1, right here. What do you call these? I think they're hemostats. I'm not really sure if that's the correct word or not. Anyway, it's a long pair of tweezers, and it has a locking mechanism. You can actually lock it if you wanted to. But I use this a lot to put things into little bitty spaces that I might not could reach into. Love, love, love that. Bone folder. I had never heard of a bone folder until I started doing paper crafts. Love, love, love it. I don't think it's really bone, but it's cool. My Tim Holtz scissors, I've got quite a few of his with the serrated edges, and they are the bomb diggity. I can't live without those. Of course, I also have a Big Shot, which is wonderful. I love my Big Shot. My husband, oh, my precious husband, recently bought me a Bernina sewing machine, and I'm telling you, that thing sings when you sew. I love it. So I'm really enjoying sewing again now that I have a great sewing machine. Where did you get your love for crafting? Well, let me tell you about that. So my maiden name is Craft. My Momo, we called her Momo, Craft, was probably the craftiest lady in the world that you would ever know. Her specialty was quilting, but she also painted. She taught me some things about painting. She taught me how to quilt. She taught me how to crochet. She did all kinds of paper crafts way back when paper crafts really weren't that popular, but this lady was wonderful. My other grandma, my mother's mother, she did eggery, and you can maybe see some of those back here behind me in my cabinet. So it's where you take eggs and you blow them out and you create scenes inside and you decorate them all up real pretty and everything. And she was very, very good and very crafty at that. So I have to say that my love for crafting probably came from both of my grandmas. I even made my own Barbie dresses. I made my own Barbie houses when I was little. And so, and the next question is, when did you start crafting? About the time I started talking. Seriously, I don't remember a time when I didn't do crafts. I love anything creative. I love to do things with my hands. I'm also a musician. I just love to create things with my hands. So, and let's see, the last question, what has been your favorite craft so far? Well, I love beading. I love to make jewelry. I love to sew. But when I got into paper crafting and especially junk journaling, it kind of got me. It was like, okay, this creating your own journal, creating your own books, from creating your papers and coffee dyeing and stenciling and making pockets and beads and things that twirl and things that flip and things that, oh my gosh, it's very, very addictive. So I have to say my favorite craft right now, and the one that I've probably stuck with the longest, is journal making. But I've also made jewelry for years and years and years, all kinds of jewelry. And I do love jewelry making too, but I'm kind of in this junk journal, which, really, I know the term junk journal originated with junk mail and things that would normally be thrown away. My journals are not really that way. I don't use much, hardly any, if any, junk mail in mine. I use nice papers, scrapbook papers, and vintage linens and vintage laces. And so anyway, that one's just kind of got me, and I've kind of got stuck there. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope that I have inspired you to create something wonderful. And so now I need to tag two people. So I want to tag Pat Kramer and Annette Campbell. So tag, you're it. Enjoy the challenge. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.